So, John Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
5 minutes past 10. How the hell are you so cheerful? You're rock and rollers. You're supposed to be in bed until about midday.
We still are. We're here in body, but not in mind.
Did you stay up all night and watch the elections?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were up pretty much all night.
I suppose the first question there must be, did the right man get in from your point of view?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, definitely.
Happy bunnies. All right. Did you vote, actually, before you left the States?
Absentee ballot.
Very important. Very important to exercise your right to vote.
Absolutely. Exercise your franchise at all times. Let us now get stuck into some questions. This is from Linda McCaskill, who sent us a fax from Halkirk Case Ness in Scotland. How easy or difficult was it to get back together again and go into the studio after doing your own solo projects, especially after all those rumours that were flying around that the band had split for good? John?
Not only was it easy, it was exciting. You know, we needed a break. We knew we were going to take a break, and when we got back together, it was just like stepping up to the plate again. You know, we felt real good about it. So when we went in, there was a energized batteries. I guess it was all that's needed, you know.
Mm-hmm. Richie?
Very refreshing.
Is it true that you got drunk together and that was how it happened?
Maybe about 100 times.
Yeah.
It was very refreshing. The break was very well needed.
Yeah.
And, you know, once we got back together, it was like just getting back up on a horse again.
Mm-hmm. How long did it take to wind up and get back together and working again?
I don't know. I mean, it was always just a question of getting our schedules right. And, I mean, as you know, you were at my house hearing songs quite a while ago. So it's just a question of, you know, we had the songs. We were just trying to get Richie's touring schedule, my production schedules to meet. And then, you know, the band, Dave was scoring a movie. And once everybody's schedules were cleaned, you know, we said, okay, no more working for anyone. Got it. Okay, got it. You know,
Don't we sound important?
Sounds like rock and roll. Why are you doing this gig tonight, which is at the Astoria in London? We should announce that. The Astoria in London.
That's right. We're going to play a club.
This is not a club. This is a big theatre.
Well, this is a club to us.
Yeah. Why are you doing this so-called secret gig?
Well, so-called.
The so-called secret gig.
It started off as being secret, and then everybody blew.
Well, you know what? Because we're over here doing promotion, and like a lot of other things this time around, we says if we're going to come over to do promotion, let's have some fun while we're doing it,
right?
And get us, you know, a place to play. And we don't have the big stage and the road crew and the this and the that. We just rented a bunch of gear and we said, let's go play. And so we're going to do a couple spot clubs, you know, one in London, and we did 4 or 5 in the States. And they're a lot of fun. They sort of relieve the tension.
Is it still fun to go on stage?
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
Let's go to one of the music cred questions. An obvious change, says a gentleman from Bermuda by the name of Rob Bryant. An obvious change in your musical direction and song structure with the new album. Is this due to more production detail or genuine progression of the group's music?
I think it's due to definite evolution of what we wanted to do. I think when we started this record, our vision was to evolve our sound a bit, to do something a little bit different. This record kind of took twice as long as most of our records do.
Why?
We wanted to experiment a bit and evolve ourselves, you know. We wanted to learn and experiment. It was like the studio was like a laboratory. It was great.
John?
Just a lab. The Monster Man.
We went into it thinking that, you know, no matter how long it took, it was going to be worth the time. We didn't want to make a record that sounded like anything we'd ever done before. And we took a chance, you know, and well, keep the faith is evident, you know.
Is it true, who's this from? This is from Karen Jackson, who works in Cornwall. Is it true that John had to have his hair cut because he burnt it while at a Bruce Springsteen barbecue?
Yesterday I heard the same thing, but it was Ice-T's barbecue.
A, did you burn it?
No,
My main man, Ice-T. The brother's hair's on fire. The brother's hair's on fire. Put it out. Put it out.
What happened?
This is it's early, man. Look, Eddie Chad's head on fire.
What happened? Why did you cut it short?
No reason. I mean, it was just a girl that was a hairdresser.
He met a German named Dieter.
Yeah, she said, sit down.
He was a hairdresser and he cut his hair off.
I will make you
He
like
said, don't be a girly man, have short hair. Not like Sambora.
Now, a couple of things to do. First of all, a gift has been sent to John Bon Jovi.
It's a sweater. He was cold.
We're with Richie Sambora and John Bon Jovi, and we have some fax questions. What is that gift?
It's a waistcoat from a young lady named Gina Wall. Thank you very much, Gina.
And it is beautiful.
Yes,
okay, questions from Leyland Daff. Someone at Leyland Daff. Chris Preston, that's it. What was your first ever motor vehicle, Richie?
My first ever motor vehicle was a 1964 Ford Galaxie. Paid $450 for it.
Do it have teeth at both ends, one of those huge things?
One of those big things, and it weighed about 3 tons. Once you got it going, it was real hard to stop.
John?
I had a 1963 Buick Special that was towed to my house. I paid a guy $100 for it. It was great.
Mark Tompkins from Extra Fast brings up that subject. A couple of years ago, I remember you saying something about a live album. Mark wants to know what happened to the album and when, if ever, will you get that live material?
I lost it. It's
Someone stole it from us.
Are you serious?
Nah, it's just sitting in the tape lockers. You know, we just held on to it and said, nah, maybe next time.
Why not?
Richie released an album and the Young Guns record came out, and at a time when we wanted to get away from it, we'd end up having 3 albums out instead of having none.
We thought we'd take a break, and then we were going to have too much product.
3 albums
the
out there. We said enough.
Let's get back to the business of tonight. Bon Jovi in the club, which has a different connotation in this country, actually, than it does in America. Tickets for the Astoria go on sale in just an hour and 45 minutes at 12 noon today. From the Astoria box office only, it is the secret gig. There was going to be a secret gig in another location, but that stopped being a secret, so they moved it. Tickets cost just £12.50 each, and there will be a donation from each ticket to the Nordhoff Robbins Music Therapy Charity. The Astoria you'll find at 157 Charing Cross Road. They're on stage sometime after 8 tonight, and they'll be off stage by 10:30. There are 1,600 seats, which I guess 100 have gone to the record business, right? Yeah. So maybe 1,500 seats available. Bon Jovi tonight at the Astoria. We're on about the only time you'll ever see them really as close as that. At £12.50 a seat from the Astoria box office only. Please do not ring them. Go along, and I'm afraid this is only for Londoners, obviously, and people who can get into London by noon today, when the tickets go on sale. The Astoria is at 157 Charing Cross Road. Who packs, an intimate detail, please, who packs your ordinary everyday clothes, your underwear and all that stuff?
We do.
Come on.
I swear to God. We don't have a valet. We're not that cool.
Oh, come on.
We do. I pack mine.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've been asking John to get one for the whole band for the past 3 years, but he says, no, we have to remain humble.
Okay, do you iron your underwear? This is another one.
I've given up wearing underwear years ago.
Richie?
No, I don't do anything domestic, actually.
At what age did Richie Sambora start playing the guitar? This is from Jim Donald.
I was 14 and a half. Mm-hmm. I was 14 and a half when I started to play guitar, and I taught myself.
And what dragged you into it in the first place?
Just listening to rock and roll records, and I used to play the accordion, but I couldn't get no girls playing the accordion. So I switched to guitar. I figured I better be like the Beatles, man. You know?
Who was the guy? Oh, you play the guitar. You pick up the guitar because of something you hear, don't you?
Well, it was a cross between Eric Clapton and Jimmy Page and Johnny Winter, Jeff Beck. Jimi Hendrix was a big influence of mine also.
Yeah.
But I think essentially it was probably Eric who really was the biggest influence on me.
This is from Ruth RMN in Bristol. John Bon Jovi, what's the favorite song you've ever written?
That's a tough one. I think there's several, but maybe Wanted Dead or Alive still holds up, or Living on a Prayer, or a few things on the new record like Bed of Roses that you just played. It's too hard to just say just one.
Is the one that goes through your head when you're really tired?
I doubt it. You know, I don't know. My mind is usually too full of nonsense things to think about songs even.
Are you one of those people who moves on to the next thing? Once you've done it, that's it, you move on to the next?
Done it, got a T-shirt. You know, actually yesterday we heard a song off the New Jersey album and we both looked like, I know that song. Now let me think, who wrote that song? You know?
Did we do that one?
It's, it gets like that sometimes you forget about it.
How about you, Richie?
Yeah, I would have to think that it would be Wanted Dead or Alive and Living on a Prayer myself, and also a handful of songs off my solo record, which are pretty close to my heart.
But that really was autobiographical, wasn't it, at the time?
Absolutely.
It begs another question, doesn't it? We'll ask that question in about 10 minutes. Lay your hands on me. Richie Sambora and John Bon Jovi with us. And with us until 11 o'clock. A quick question about this track on your new album, which is Keep the Faith, of course.
Can't you see we're gossiping over here?
I'm sorry. Do you want me to say who you were gossiping about? Save a Prayer is not on the American album.
No, I forgot all about that it was on this one. When I just heard that little prelude into it, I remembered that we did that when the album was really completely mixed. We took every pot, pan, board, stick in the studio, completely destroyed them by coming up with this little beat, and had every runner and garbage man in the studio come in and bang pots while I made up that little limerick that Richie might scream.
Richie Sambora with us, and John Bon Jovi. The story you've told before, tell again about that song, because the concept song has returned at last.
Yeah, I was on a motorcycle trip going cross-country from Dallas, Texas to Los Angeles, and one of the things I was dying for was a beer out there in the middle of Texas, and pulled into a gas station like something out of a B movie. The attendant, an elderly man, came out, and he said, "You can't get a drink here, it's a dry county." I never heard such a thing because where we grew up in the Guinness Book of World Records was a town called South Amboy, New Jersey, had the most bars per square mile, which is the town that separated my hometown and where Richie lived. So to hear such a thing was striking. Ends up I had to drive across the border to where they actually had drive-through liquor windows. You could go on go in your car, go on your bike, pull up to a drive-through window, buy a six-pack, and drink it back on the road on the way home. So, what paralleled here in the story and the song is that a lot of people were down in the oil country in Abilene, Texas, looking for their pot of gold, and the disillusionment that they found there paralleled a lot of the things I was experiencing at the time, and, I wrote the song because of it. It turned out pretty good.
You gonna do a video for that?
I hope so. I most definitely hope so. I'd like to get one of those big movie directors to do it and, make the 10-minute video.
Then there's the 120-minute movie of the 10-minute
There you go.
video.
And then...
The world!
The book, and then the movie, and then...
Talking of the book, we had a question. Have you read Sex, the Madonna, or have you looked at Sex,
Right,
the
I was
Madonna
going to say,
book?
was that much to read?
I haven't had the pleasure as of late.
John, you have?
Yeah, I have. Somebody got it for me the other day. I saw it. I checked it out.
Oh, can I borrow it, man? Jeez, I'm all alone. You got your wife here, too. Might serve me well.
What do you
It
think
ain't
of it,
scratch and sniff, man.
What do you think of the book?
Well,
I'm too cheap to buy it. Can I borrow yours?
$1
Might have a few
rental.
stains on it. when I
Yeah,
get
no,
it back
I'm
there.
afraid
Easy.
I won't be able to turn the pages. Hey,
We're here to sell albums.
Steady.
her and the donkey. It was. She's a wild.
Tickets for the Astoria go on sale at 12 noon today, it says here, but they don't because they go on sale now. Apparently, for safety reasons, the Astoria box office has taken the decision that it'd be a good idea to open the box office straight away. So you can get tickets right now, £12.50 each for Bon Jovi. Thank you, by the way. The job's been good. It really has. Nordhoff Robbins Music Therapy Charity gets £1 for each ticket. The Astoria is at 157 Charing Cross Road. The gig starts about 8 o'clock, 8:30. The band will be off stage at 10:30, maybe a little bit after, which means you get home in time for the last tube or the last bus. £12.50. Box office is now open at the Astoria, 157 Charing Cross Road. And let us now continue with some nice family questions.
There you go.
Matthew Hampton, Hampton, I never thought of it. When planning a tour, how do you decide which countries and cities to visit? John?
We throw darts at a map. Wherever they land, that's where we go.
We blindfold ourselves and get a bunch of darts and just start winging them.
Yeah.
Come on, you're known as the most efficient people in the business when
We
it comes
go
to planning.
everywhere. No way.
No, we just go every city we can possibly make.
Yeah.
Anywhere with electricity.
The tour that starts after you've done this promotional tour, where's it going to take you to? Which countries?
I would venture to say there would be 20 or 25 of them. The last tour was 23 countries. And so this time, though we start in America, we do an extensive European tour the 1st of April. And then I'm sure we'll come back again in the summer. And all of the continent, as well as North America, as much of Asia as we can possibly see. And then we'll get into South America.
How many years is that going to take?
Better part of 2.
So, last time you did 2.5 years, you nearly ended up killing each other. What happens this time? Don't laugh at me. Give me an answer, Richie. You succeed in killing each other?
Yeah, we came close to killing each other. We're going to pace it a little bit better. I think that we know the signs now of total burnout. Basically.
What are they?
We're experienced in that.
When you throw the rope up over the rafter.
Somebody's room and they're just about, kick the chair out, kick the chair out.
Kate Simpson from Stoke-on-Trent. What are you both most want for Christmas, Richie?
My 2 front teeth.
Yeah.
What do I want for Christmas? Well, right now I'm on the planetary search for my future ex-wife. Yeah. So that would be nice.
Well, hang on a second. You're here with an old friend, aren't you?
No.
We hear rumours.
No, well, yes, there's all rumors.
Rumors about.
I'm here, she's
I'm
here.
spreading them.
So you're both here.
We're both here. We're very good friends. We're very good friends.
How good?
I hear.
Tell us about
Steady.
it. Hey.
Easy. Easy.
Are you seeing each other while you're in London?
Yeah, we see each other as friends, though. Just as friends.
Do you arm wrestle?
Yes, we do. I'm
going to take it from there, Sonny. Now,
John, next. You've been married a while, John, now. This is from...
I'm married to a Madonna book these days, I think.
So, the question is, when are you adding to the family?
Oh, man, I'm practicing. That's about as much as I can get down.
Do you want kids?
Sure. Why, you giving me a couple? You got a couple you need to get rid of?
When do you reckon you'll have kids?
I have no idea. Right now, all I care about is getting out, getting to work.
Richie, your solo album, this is May again from Birmingham. Your solo album was spot on. She loved it. When's the next one?
Thank you. The next one is John's going to succeed Bill Clinton as president. When he does that, I'll make another solo record. Right now, the band's...
Come on, you wouldn't answer the first question, so let's answer the second question.
That's the truth. When the band's now in... The most important thing. This is like the mothership of the whole thing. I mean, I did my solo record. People were asking me to do one for a long, long time. And when we had that break, it was the perfect time to do it. So when that time comes up again, when the band takes another break, I'll do another record.
That's in 2 years' time, which means another year and a half.
Oh, God knows. I don't know. We might decide to do another 3 records. You never know.
When you're on tour, do you still keep working on new projects?
We're going to try. I mean, there's not enough time to sleep these days, but we're definitely talking about, other songs.
Kick the chair out!
What was the best venue you've ever played at, and why, individually and mutually?
Jesus, I don't know. Maybe Giant Stadium in New Jersey, just because, it's where our football team plays. It's the big house, as they say.
What makes a special gig, then, Richie?
What makes a special gig? Well... I think the audiences are always make it a special gig. The interchange between artist and audience makes it a special gig. But maybe a special event like Giant Stadium was something good because it was the homecoming for us,
Which is preferable, small or large?
It doesn't matter, to tell you the truth. I have just as much fun in both the clubs and the stadiums.
Okay, last question in this segment. The Seattle music scene. This is from Alan Ross in Aberdeen. What do you think of the Seattle music scene, both of you, that's broken in the past few years? Do you like any of the bands, Richie?
Yeah, actually, what I really dig about the Seattle music scene is it especially in America, at that time, it was radio and everything was very much dance and rap orientated. You couldn't really get on. Rock and roll wasn't about. And we certainly were off. We weren't on the charts. We weren't even had a record out. Yeah. So what it did for me, I think what it showed the youth is that they could still get together in their garages and make it in this business. Because at the time, the music machine, they were just kind of putting people together. We'll take this guy and make that video, make him look like this. He'll sing for him, you know what I mean? So it wasn't like... It was more of a business thing happening. And then when the Seattle bands came along, it seems like it promoted kids getting together and playing music again and making raw records. So I kind of dug that.
John?
I have to agree with pretty much with what it is. I mean, how many contrived dance track acts can you see? You got to find a kid that plays guitar again. And the guys in Pearl Jam, the one great thing I love is their honesty. And, that whole Seattle thing. Lyrically, those guys got a lot to say. They're not just using Moon, June, and Spoon as their rhyme schemes. There's more to it.
And I love a cat that sings without moving his mouth.
You give love a bad name. Richie Sambora and John Bon Jovi. You were talking earlier on about childhood heroes. You were talking about Eric Clapton and the people you heard when you started, Richie. Mm-hmm. How do you feel when you play on stage or work in some way with childhood heroes, with people who are your peers?
It basically blows you out. You just, go, what am I doing here? God bless you. When I was sitting
That's the nicest thing you said today.
When I was sitting in the studio with Eric and we were working, it was something I'll never forget. I had to stop the tape at one point because here I was, my first solo record, I'm producing the session, and Eric Clapton's playing guitar on my record. I just I had to stop the tape at one point and says, Eric, why are you here, man? What made you show up? And
how do you tell him what you want him to do?
I didn't really tell him what I wanted to do. I just thought, well, basically, it was kind of a strange situation because I sent him the tape and I wrote him a letter, and the song was basically about him. So he was, I think he was very flattered, and he liked the song a lot. So.
What do you do? Is it just say do it your own way and see what happens?
Oh, I just said, hey, look, it was kind of like I just said, just be yourself, basically. And I told him after like 3 passes. I had it as a producer. I said, you can stop whenever you want. And he said, no, I'm not ready to stop yet. I'm having a good time, and he lit up a cig, and we sat and we talked about guitar player things for a little while. We have some mutual friends and some mutual past family friends and stuff like that. So we had a really good conversation.
John, anything to say on that?
Well, it was wild because I had some of the similar experiences with Elton and Jeff Beck and Little Richard and that kind of thing with the Young Guns record. And I think we we took advantage of our popularity in Bon Jovi to get our, heroes and idols to become friends. And so you get them in the studio. And with me, to tell you the truth, I got over in about 10 minutes. And I went, okay, now listen, we got to get down to this. So I'm paying way too much for this studio. Let's go to work so we can go to the movies. And we did. And we got it over with. And then we went out and had some fun, driving around in Beck's cars and going to the movies and goofing off, doing the fun stuff, getting over the idea that it was, Beck and Elton and those guys in the studio, and then we were able to go out and have fun.
You seem to have a very relaxed home life. I mean, you've got a beautiful home just outside New York.
Thank you.
And is it as relaxed as it appears, or is that part of the image?
No, well, you were there. You were actually there at my house, and we both live in suburbia, and it's a great little town. Really is a great little town.
Do you get bothered at all?
I wouldn't say it's bothered. I mean, are there a lot of people that hang around near my house? Yeah, a lot. But fortunately, there's no real, kooks.
June Weller from Oxfordshire wants to know if you'd do another movie-related album, as with, Days of Glory. Young Guns, too.
If the situation was right, yeah. I enjoyed it. It was easy. It was fun. If the right opportunity came up. To write an album based on someone handing you a script, it's like doing homework, you know what I mean? It's nothing to it. Where when you're writing for your own albums, you have to live the experience, and so that takes a long time. We're writing to a script, open up to page 109, and start scribbling.
Who was it, it says here from Maureen Neeson, who was it that sewed on all the patches on your patchwork jacket?
My goodness.
P.S. Love the new album.
Oh, that long coat. A guy named Ray Brown makes clothes in Phoenix, Arizona.
Well, it brings up another question from Julia Eaton. In 1988, you had the trapeze that you swung over the crowd on. Then you had the catwalk over the crowd. What's planned for next May when you're back in Britain?
2 acoustic guitars in an open case. Throw money. Throw money.
No, what are you going to do?
No coins, please.
How do you follow that up?
I don't know. We're talking about that. We keep going back and forth through should we or shouldn't we? And we're really between it, I mean, at this point, there's just so much material to play that I'd just as soon go out there with 2 acoustic guitars and a bucket, So I don't know yet, Simon. We're really going back and forth. We do have a stage that's actually in the process of being built that will be so revolutionary. It's never, ever been done. And there's probably a reason for it, but
will it travel? If it's that revolutionary?
It's going to take off inside the arena by itself.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, but it's to be determined as of this point.
All right. Next question must be about Keep the Faith, because we'll wrap this bit up with Keep the Faith. Apparently there were 1 or 2 people in the States who were pessimistic about it.
Yeah, the whole United States Record Company was invited up to Vancouver when it was about halfway finished, and we played them 5 tracks from the album, and they walked out of there going, I don't know, we don't hear it. And, then we'll just Keep the Faith got up to 5 here on the English charts, or 4, and they, they're going, I love that song. I've always loved that song.
What a great track, you guys.
What is it now? Is it work? Is it fun? What is career? What is Bon Jovi? Richie?
It's a lot of fun. It's exciting to be back together again. I mean, we needed that little layoff, and that made it refreshing.
So what does it mean now? Does it mean back together forever, or back together for 2 years, then see what happens?
Sure, no. I mean, there was never a question of us breaking up. We just were burned. We were tired. We knew we needed a break. We knew we needed to do other things to get away from what our lives were, and then you come back realizing how much you liked what you did in the first place.
You have struggled a great deal. Richie particularly has had a tough time. I'm not going to mention the lady's name because I don't know who you're with these days.
Oh, easy.
It's so difficult. However, with your anonymous lady, with your wife, what do they say when you say, right, we're going back on the road? Do they raise their eyebrows up and say, oh, God, here we go again?
I don't know. I think that they're just as happy to get us the hell out the house.
No, really? Because you're not going to see your home.
That's okay with me. That's okay.
It's basically a big, oh, no, here we go again. But that's just the nature of the beast. It's part of our job.
Is there anything you dread about going back on the road? Apart from dirty underwear and all that stuff.
As long as there's 24-hour room service, we can handle it.
No, not really. I think the work part of being on the road is just the traveling. Just, the constant traveling and the constant packing and picking up of yourself and just moving yourself along. Otherwise, the playing part is the fun.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming in. Thanks for giving us so much time.
Thank you, Simon.
You're on Johnnie Walker this Saturday.
Yep.
I know, which will be the in-depth rock interview, and that'll be something that everybody will listen to. But I'm really grateful to you. Look forward to seeing you tonight live.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
At the Astoria. That's obviously, well, you know who it is. It's Richie Sambora and John Bon Jovi, for heaven's sake.
Last Wednesday, I spoke to John Bon Jovi and guitarist Richie Sambora just before the gig and asked John about the preparations for the concert. It obviously wasn't going to be the full show.
No, we don't have a road crew. We don't have lights, sound, anything. We don't even have a set list. It's just going to be a free-for-all. Makes it more exciting.
Dude, have you played shows like that in the States?
We did 5 of them just to go out. Well, we decided to do promotion. We said, if we're going to do promotion for the record, let's at least have some fun at night and play some bars. And so we said, let's bring it over here and do it here. We had such a good time playing them in the States that we said, let's do one here.
Richie, there was a time when people worried and wondered whether Bon Jovi was no more.
Yes, that's true. They have. So?
So, I mean, what was it like for you doing your own album and tour?
Well, it was, something that I wanted to do, something I always dreamed about doing was, I guess every artist wants to always see if he could paint the picture by himself sometimes too. That was a lot of fun. It was also very challenging to become a frontman all of a sudden. Was a very frightening but very challenging thing to do. I really enjoyed making the record. I probably will do more in the future, but it's important, and I think it's a privilege that I also have to be in a very successful band. I'm a very lucky guy that I can make a solo record and then I could also be with the band. Feels very good to be back.
Was there a plan that you get together at this time, or was it just open? Let's just see what happens?
I think it's both, to tell you the truth. Yes, there was a plan to take 2 years off. It ended up being that between, any real, from the time we got off the last tour.
The scandalous press.
But the scandalous press, which ran rather wild, made it out to be more than it ever was. And we needed to get away from it.
I mean, you've been on that treadmill of album tour.
That's right. 4 times in a row. And, over a course of just about 8 years, decided that enough already. Get up and get off the treadmill. Go home and wash your clothes, get them out of that suitcase.
I think, we were just a little tired and burnt out. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been on tour for 16 months, but constantly traveling for 16 months. You kind of lose yourself, I remember I left the Richie Sambora I knew back in a hotel room back in month 8 somewhere, you know what I mean? So, you just kind of become a walking rock and roll zombie, a robot kind of deal.
I mean, John, you were pretty busy during those 2 years, involved in all sorts of projects, co-writing hit songs for Stevie Nicks, amongst others, and the film soundtrack.
Hall & Oates and stuff. Yeah.
You bastard.
But was there actual... was the time when you could just really take time off?
Yeah, I did. I worked from February when we got off 90 to March of 91. I did continue to do things. I think it was like withdrawals in retrospect. I did the Young Guns thing, which was never planned. But when that was done, oh God, go back on the road. Well, you can't go out on a soundtrack record. What are you going to, I reached around, went out and did a short tour with Southside Johnnie and the Asbury Jukes, some of my heroes, and went on the road just playing guitar with Johnnie. And then from there withdrew into producing the Stevie Nicks and the Hall & Oates and Aldo Nova and that kind of stuff. Again, further removing myself, because had I stopped cold turkey, I would have went into convulsions or something.
He was detoxing slowly.
I had a detox.
Winding down.
Yeah. And then took a full year to do nothing but concentrate on writing for us and living my life, really not doing interviews, not doing photo sessions, not recording, not being near a studio. And it was a wonderful, wonderful time.
Now, part of that year included riding across America on your bike, didn't it?
I see you're a Harley fan.
A bit of one, yeah. People get fed up with me talking about it.
No, it's to me that was my solace. I found a place where I could go and be absolutely by myself, and then stop and be with my friends again. And so there were 5 bikes in all, and we would just go and, in essence, I was out rediscovering America and finding out who I was, where I fit in, how I felt about things, you know, and came to a lot of realizations last summer doing that. It was.
I mean,
great.
could you be an anonymous biker most of the time?
Most definitely. One, you wear a helmet. So, you know, 99% of the time, nobody would know who was there anyhow. And the odd time where I did get into a situation was more like in a tourist town on a weekend. You know, when we were in Carlsbad, and Carlsbad Canyons are there, and the word had gotten out, and it truly became a situation where, oh yeah, right, I forgot, but I got to be him again, where you forgot to be, you know, what that was all about for quite a long time. It was a wonderful rediscovering of America. I found a lot of great culture there. I've always thought there's no culture in America. You want culture, go to Europe. You want, you know, tradition, go to Asia. You know, and I said, America's too young, too varied in its populace, and not the case.
But I mean, there's a great track on the album about Dry County, arriving at this place where there's no alcohol. Now that's bad planning. That is.
Yeah, I know it, Johnny. Tell me.
So what did you have to do?
Well, I pulled into a gas station minding my own business, asking where the local watering hole was. And where we're from in New Jersey, there was a town that separated the two towns where we lived. It was called South Amboy, New Jersey, and it was in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most bars per square mile. Honest to goodness.
world.
Honest to goodness. And so to pull into a place where they said, this is a dry county, the words were so foreign to me that it made a great song title. But as I drove across the border where they now had drive-through liquor windows, imagine pulling up on a motorcycle, buying a six-pack of beer, and being able to drive down the street with a beer in your hand drinking it. Totally, like, within the law. You can do this. Baffled me, you know? But I pulled into this bar, and I had a beer, and I sat down, and amongst the people found the same sort of confusion, I think, and delusion in their lives that I was really having in mine. And though they weren't the same, they most definitely paralleled. And the disappointment in a lot of these guys that were down there searching for their pot of gold and their dreams in this oil town, I was looking for in what I had found in music. And the disillusions I was having at that time really paralleled, you know, what they were going through. It hit me so that I wrote a song, and I'm pleased with it.
Couldn't even have a drink to ease the pain.
Yeah, right.
Jeez, that's cruel.
I thought there's a few tequilas involved.
Oh yeah, there were. Believe me,
eases the
during the
pain
course
somewhat.
of that afternoon, without a doubt.
Bon Jovi from the new album Keep the Faith and Dry County, and you're about to hear Bon Jovi live in concert from the amazing gig that took place in London this week. Richie, while John's riding a motorcycle, what are you doing to get away and to sort of...
I was doing my solo record at the time. I actually took my free time off right at the end of the tour. I was dead. He was detoxing. I fell off the cliff. I just went right for the cliff, and I said, I'm going to fall off, and I'm going to love it. So basically, I was living with Cher at the moment, and I just kind of went to her house and just...
Tell us about
relax.
Yeah.
Easy.
How long has this been going on?
No. Tell us something. Steady. So, I just took about 3 months off at that time before I even started to write again. It was truly the detox period. You know, it's almost like when you get out of that rhythm of just getting on a plane every day and going to a different city, and going to a different hotel room and going to the gig and doing a gig, and the adoration of 20,000 at the time. We were doing stadiums, so it was more like 80,000 people per day. It was just kind of like a fix, you know. It was kind of like so I detoxed from that. I wrote my record and I went into the studio.
Living with Cher is a bit of a full-time.
Tell us about it.
Listen, what I want to know about are this little mountain sound studios in Vancouver. And I know of a certain place where you guys spent a fair amount of time when you went in the recording studios. Yeah, number 5 Orange Street.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Have you been there?
No, I haven't, but Bob Rock actually produced your album. I met up with him once in Montreal, and he showed me a very similar place in Montreal.
Did you go with him to that place?
Yeah, I sure did.
You were there?
Yeah.
He came to see me the next morning. He flew down to Jersey he flew down to meet me. That's funny.
Yeah, we weren't exactly in great shape either.
Tell us about it.
But is that a sort of lucky place? But you've done most of the
You know, we
albums
went in
there.
there with these pictures when the album was going to be called Wanted, Dead or Alive, and they really looked terrible, and then we weren't happy with that as an album cover. And sitting over a pint of beer, one thing leads to another, and the girls were in this shower soaping up to
Your imagination.
songs and your imagination, and you're digging this place. And it was a really great place for us to hang out because it wasn't a big bar, a very small, rather intimate bar, and the entertainment was great, mind you, but the atmosphere around it was great. Like, I liked to go there at night to cool out. Well, we were sitting there yapping, and one thing led to another, and the shower that it was once famous and wasn't duplicated by every other bar became why the album was named Slippery When Wet. And it turned it around, and the initial album cover, which was that shower or an idea based on that shower, was then scrapped, and then it finally became the black album cover, which is a garbage bag. But it's all because of the number 5. Yeah, that's true. It was a great place to hang out.
Keep the Faith is doing really well. Were you worried that after the break that perhaps it might not automatically go well?
I don't think that it's our conscious attempt to ever go, oh my goodness, you have to duplicate anything of the past. I think if we had done that, we would have given the world Slippery Part 3, which would have been a big mistake, not only from a commercial or record company standpoint, because that's minor, but for our well-being. After having a couple years off and the re-energizing of the batteries, I think we had to come out with something that depicted us now. We couldn't come out with Living on a Prayer again. That was 6 years ago. That wouldn't work.
The opening track, I believe, is very much Richie about an individual realizing they perhaps got more power than they actually have.
Absolutely. It's a track that John wrote, I think, about, getting down to the bare essentials of human condition, which is you have to believe in yourself. Again, it's very positive, and it has a real element of faith in it also. It's a very, very meaningful song.
All right, well, listen, great talking with you.
Yeah, Johnny, you too.
We got a pretty nice bit of concert tape to play, so we're going to
love that. Let's get on it.
We're going to get into that right now.
I'm going to go in the car, turn up my radio. I suggest you all do the same.
Absolutely.
It's good to be back, man. It's been way too long, that's for sure. Now I'm here to preach to you the gospel of rock and roll, and I am in one of those moods tonight. Critics beware, I am out for blood. Are you with me? Do you believe? I got to know, do you believe? Chico, give me the beat, baby. Shot to the heart, you're to blame. You can't love a bad thing. Thanks so much for coming on such short notice. I know I should have called you. We've been away way too long. Seems that while we were away, the press started to run wild and think that there was gonna be no more, and we had to go home and basically go to sleep for a couple years because we had been having a little bit too much fun, too many albums, too many times on the road, and to tell you the truth, I think it made us a little tired, but while we was home, we did a lot of work, and even though we were home, I was writing away, and I did this thing for a movie. It was in New Mexico, and this song is for all the cowboys in London. Come on, man.
Got an old coat for a pillow, and the earth was last night's bed. I know where I'm going, only God knows where I've been. I'm a devil on the run, six-gun lover, a candle in the wind. Yeah. Born into the world, they say you're born with sin. Well, at least they gave me something I didn't have to steal or have to win. They tell me that I want it, yeah, I'm your wanted man. I'm a colt in the stable, when King wants to win, but baby, catch me if you can. You're going out in a blaze of glory. Take me now, I know the truth. About my conscience, I offer you my soul. You ask if I'm gonna be a wise man, man, I ask if I grow old. You ask me if I've known love, known to sing songs in the rain. See love come, see the shot down, see the time to pay. Shot in a blaze of glory. Take me now. You better know the truth. Going out in a blaze of glory. Never true first, but I choose first blood. Yeah, I'm a young Come on, baby. Tonight I'll go to bed and pray the Lord my soul to keep. I'm looking for forgiveness, but before I'm 6 foot deep, gotta ask a favor. I hope you understand. I've lived life to the fullest. Let me die like a man. Staring down that bullet, let me make my final stand. Shot in a blaze of glory. Take me now, you know the truth. I'm going out in a blaze of glory. Never true first, but true first blood. I'm the young gun.
BBC Radio 1 FM, you're listening to Bon Jovi, recorded live in concert in London last Wednesday.
We got a brand new album came out yesterday. It's called Keep the Faith. And in these trying times, I think that's about what we got to do. And if you don't mind, I'd like to play a couple songs from the new album. I wrote this one stuck in a hotel room in Los Angeles, California, where if you're not too careful, you get sucked up by the flood. And well, I was sitting there with a bottle of vodka and about 29 bucks in my pocket. I borrowed a piano and sat down and confessed this. This is a dedication. It's called Bed of Roses.
Sitting here wasted and wounded with this old piano, trying hard to capture the moment. This morning I don't know, 'cause a bottle of vodka still lodged in my head, and some blonde gave me nightmares. I think that she's still in my bed. I dream about movies that won't make of me when I'm dead. Well, I'm glad pissed. I wake up to French kiss the morning, while some marching band keeps its own beat in my head while we're talking about all of those things that I long to believe about love, the truth, what you mean to me. And the truth is, baby, all that I do, I wanna lay down in a bed of roses. So far away, each step that I take's on my way home. Kings will turn and dives. I give each night to see through this headphone home. Well, I run out of time, or it's hard to get through till the bird on the wire flies me back to you. I just close my eyes and I'll kiss you, baby, but I know it's true. I wanna lay without you. While my mistress, she calls me, stand in that spotlight again. Tonight I won't be alone. You know that don't mean I'm not lonely. No, I got nothing to prove for you, but I died. I'm changing the set list around. I'm just gonna go crazy now. I had enough. That's it. Yeah, I know I scared you, but that's okay. Gotta be ready. Spontaneity, you know? Come on! Come on. I never knew how much I loved you. I never knew how much I cared. Until you put your loving arms around me, I get a feeling that's so hard to bear. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Yeah. Fever, I'm on fire, fever all through the night. Oh, look, Juliet. Julie, baby, I felt the same when she put her loving arms around him. She said, Julie, baby, you're my flame. You give me fever when you kiss me. Fever, you're my flame, and you. Fever, I'm on fire, but I burn for you. Yeah, I burn for you. Let's get this place jumping a little. Tico, give me a beat, man. It's on the new album, this, I know you gotta get to know it, man, but if you can't dance to this one, I think maybe your batteries have gone dead. Come on, get your booty shaking, baby. Say heart ain't got no time for catching disease. See that ain't healthy, living's a disease. But we're never gonna die, baby. Come on, let me drive you crazy. We'll make every night another New Year's Eve. Until I'm 6 feet under, I don't get a bed. Live while I'm alive and sleep when I'm dead. Roll me over and lay my bones to rest. Live while I'm alive and sleep when I'm dead. Sleep when I'm dead. I sleep when I'm dead. I live when I'm alive and sleep when I'm dead. Are you still with me? I gotta know. Come on. 7 days of Saturday, it's all that I need. Got no use for Sunday, 'cause I don't listen to these. I was born to live, you know I wasn't born to die. The party down in heaven, I'll be sure to be on time until I'm 6 feet under. I don't need a bed. I live when I'm alive and sleep when I'm dead. Roll me over and lay my bones to rest. Live when I'm alive and sleep when I'm dead. I feel like I'm exploding, going out of my head. I live when I'm alive and sleep when I'm dead. Roll me over and lay my bones to rest. I live when I'm alive and sleep when I'm dead. I sleep when I'm dead. Sleep when I'm dead. Live when I'm alive and sleep when I'm
"24 hours a day, 1FM with Bon Jovi, recorded in concert last Wednesday in London.
How we doing? Last time I was in a bar, I was dying to just say, like, tip your bartenders back there. Everybody make sure you tip your bartenders. It's been a long time since I played in some bars, and so close, you could smell me. That ain't such a pretty sight, baby. Once upon a time, I heard a choir say, "Come on, man." Come on, welcome to the Church of Rock and Roll here. Lay your hands on me, lay your hands on me, lay your hands on me. Lay your hands on me, lay your hands on me, lay your hands on me. I'm my money, thank you very much.
Soon we're still away, another place where the beaches are so cold. You drive all night to get back home. 'Cause I'm a cowboy on a steel horse. I'm wanted. Bye. just a kid. All your friends were friends forever, and what you said was what you did. Well, you dead and buried, cut each other's hands, held tight to the promise. All their brothers understand. We were so young, one for love and all for one, just as sure as the rivers come around. We sang, oh, one. Still be singing when all is said and done. I'll be there for you to kingdom come. Cross my heart, my blood on blood. Bobby was my hero. Beautiful goddamn. But I got busted stealing cigarettes. Bobby took the rap from me. Whitney is white trash girl. Love waves through in a 10. She took us to some cheap motel and turned us into men. Oh, we were so young. One for love and all for one, just as sure as the rivers come around. We've been there, all we said and I'll be there for you to kingdom come. Cross my heart, Bobby's an old town lawyer, Johnnie's a medicine man. Me, I'm just a singer in a long hair rock and roll bed. But through the years, the miles between us, long, lonely ride. I got that call in the dead of the night. Feel like her inside. We were blood on blood. And just like blood, blood on blood.
So there it was, a tremendous rock and roll show. And those lucky enough to get into the Astoria in London on Wednesday night were indeed the chosen few. Bon Jovi are back next May when they play the big arenas. They're playing Glasgow, Sheffield, Birmingham and London. A great night for rock and roll. The sound balance, excellent as always, what we come to expect from Mike Robinson. And the concert was produced by Jeff Griffin. Bon Jovi.